Welcome back, Internet, to I Played a Thing, Super Ninja Boy Edition, Sonic Rose style. I was wandering around the other day trying to figure out how to get the second player to be the first player, but that ended in failure, so we're going to be stuck with Jack for the rest of the episode. I also learned that this entire little archipelago that we're stuck on is a circuit, a closed loop. There is nothing else here, no other caves. Even though the game indicated that the bandits that we needed to attack are to the north, the actual place that they're hiding out is to the east of the first village that we were in Yokon. I suppose it does make sense that they'd be a little bit closer to home, but, well, we wouldn't be wasting our time then, would we? I will be chopping out most of the fights, and thankfully I've learned how to do so fairly reliably. I will be leaving in battles that I think are important or have something unique to offer, like these little dog guys on these spinning tops or whatever it is that they're on. I did fight a couple of these off-screen, so I know how to deal with them, and the only way I can think to deal with them is to do the little spinning jump on them. Trying to jump straight up and punch them just has no effect. They're also a very annoying animal because they can hit you multiple times, and I'm going to demonstrate here. Ow. Ow. If this was a two-player affair, then in practice you could have the second player fighting them for you and helping prevent further damage, but I'm playing this solo, so I have to work with what I'm given. I really don't remember the RNG battles being this prevalent, but hey, we gotta level up. It's probably something I'm going to be mentioning a lot because I really just do not remember so many random battles. The game does have periods where you almost wonder if there are any random battles, such as in this point, as I'm retracing my steps through the cave we used in the first episode. Well, I hope you weren't enjoying those sweet, sweet tunes for too long, because random battles happen. A lot. And so we retrace our steps back to the first town that we were in Yokon. And we're about to encounter a little bit of bullshittery. I see no reason that I should have gotten into a random battle here. Be that as it may, I will attempt to show off something new in this battle, which doesn't really go my way. The NP I can only assume means ninja points, and that is obviously our magic. I have none. I also apparently don't have a sword, even though it gave me the option. But I can show off the Mighty Ball, which is basically a brief period of invincibility that you can enjoy, but you still have to collect the little M piece. If that thing floats off screen and you didn't collect it, well, too bad. This move uses the little M marks, and as you can see I'm down to 12, with a maximum being 15 if I recall correctly. I'm going to say if I recall correctly a lot, because I don't recall a lot of this. And I used to play this all the time. A little stay at the inn will refresh our NP, however, although I don't know that there's any sort of item in the game which would refresh it. The townspeople here also don't really say anything new, even though we've done what we can. And by what we can, I mean going around in circles. I also find out here that he will tell me how much money my trade-in is for whatever I'm equipped with currently, which means he does have some indicator of what kind of equipment that you're about to purchase or trade off, at least. Only a few hard workers go out with girls. Welcome to Yokon. I wasn't really sure where to go here, so I just sort of like wandered around a little bit. The little pier there has like some shoals there, which we'll be able to cross with a hoverboat, I think, that we'll be getting later. Hey, it was almost peaceful for a while. And this is BS right here, too. I didn't go anywhere! Third time's the charm? And they are different enemies, so it's not like the same group ambushed me. I did show off that there is a sword there that I was not able to pick up before the battle ended. I don't think it would have really helped me anyways, because they're kind of weak enemies, but it was there nonetheless. But now we are actually on our way to progress, and it's here that I'll be dropping a little save state. If I wasn't dropping save states, we'd be going all the way back to the convenience store every time I die, or mess up. I did go through this game legitimately on the Super Nintendo back in the day, but I see no reason to cause myself more backtracking than is absolutely necessary. It's also nice we have a different tile set in this cave, at least. Although the little alcoves there in the background clearly show that there's nothing there, so why they would include them is beyond me. There's the dog's breakfast again. But this time I do get to show off magic, the escape leaf. And is it just me, but does that little crack seem like out of place on the floor? In other games that might mean something, but it just means they probably had poor design. And this enemy, I make a dog's breakfast of this one. I am stealing the line dog's breakfast from Un because I really actually kind of enjoy it. This guy is only vulnerable when he's in the little single him, but then he fans out that little radial attack. You also don't have a lot of time to get to him, and as you can see, he just keeps flickering in and out. Once you do actually hit him, he's not too hard, but you can't pick him up and juggle him like some of the other enemies, which is kind of a shame. Ow. I did find out you can hit him in the air, though. Honestly, that little curled up rolling attack is pretty much my favorite in this game, especially when it gets powered up later. This enemy is not fair. I decided after fighting just one of these guys that if I come across him again, I'm just running. Oh god, my hit points. It's a little bit weird how the hit points are displayed because it tells you in the submenu how many you actually have, but those little ticks that note your health don't really say much other than, oh shit, better eat. And yet at the same time, the ninja points, the little M marks, and everything else is depicted by numbers. I suppose it's just a culture brain quirk. Finally. And for 40 experience, I don't think it was really all that worth it. I could kill other things for a lot more or similar with half the time and half the effort. Not these guys, though. Now, in making the decision to go up, I have actually saved myself quite a bit of time, as going down doesn't get me anywhere. Oh, tiger drones. I don't think we've fought these guys yet. I may actually wind up getting myself a little bit more injured than I normally would, playing around with some of these guys to see what their attacks actually look like, although I don't believe I do in this one. Little drum guys actually will sort of beat themselves up a little bit and create a sound wave that they'll send out at the characters, which is kind of neat animation and a little bit annoying. Normally, unless you have to fight a number of them, you're not really going to see it too much if you're using the tactic of pummel them into the ground and knock them into corners. A very effective way of fighting most of the enemies in this game. I'm a little happy that I actually went the right way first time. There's not really anything to see the other way, so I'll see if I can sort of edit that out. Either way, let's get them, even though there's only one of me. And I am totally digging this guy's design. He's kind of like a Skeletor dude on a electric guitar. That is also a skull. I am not liking the hurt he's putting on me, though. Well, that could have gone better. We'll just see you back at base then. See you after the edit. And we're back with the save state. I'm not doing that again. Hey everybody, it's party time for us. Let's go. Get everyone. This time I'm not really going to fart around with them too much, although you can see their little projectile attack there. I really am of the opinion that none of those attacks are any good. Especially when they lay you flat like that. And this right here is why I decided to use a save state. I did play this game legitimately on the Super Nintendo back in the day. In fact, no cheats were had. I never once touched a Game Genie on this, although I did own one. I'm not sure what you would have brought to the table anyways with one, so there is that. Yay! I survived. And used the sweet bun. I earned HP. And we get to rock out the T-Star, which makes this fight really unfair, but hey, the game hasn't been fair to me, so why should I bother being fair to it? Oh yeah, that makes things much better. I also like the sort of Kamehameha energy blast effect there too. I'm not sure that's what they were going for. And you can see the little star bounce off that guy, but it doesn't matter because we have won the day. And gained a level. Yay! Jack and Ryu got the yellow aura ball, even though Ryu was not here and contributed nothing. What's this miracle ball? It used to belong to the Thief Master. Master Thief? Thief Master? Words. Dropping another save state just so I don't have to go through that BS again. Now that I do know how to skip ahead or speed up the footage a little bit, I won't be spending too much time doing any unnecessary backtracking, which, as many old games are wont to do, it is rife with. I did feel like showing off the dead end, however, which is why I decided to keep the footage in, albeit sped up. This also made my computer hiccup like crazy. I'm hoping this renders out well in the final product. And we find out that escape leaf cannot be used to escape dungeons, only battles. Sad. Hey, level up. I do like the design of the tiger drum dudes. Not quite sure where they came from. They sort of remind me of one of those little child toys that you can spin and it clacks the little ball against it when you spin it back and forth. And again, that crack just really bothers me. Oh no, they caught up with us. Hey, apparently I decided to fight that one. I don't remember that one being quite as much of a pain, but best that we skip it anyways. Fortunately, the run command does work for the most part, at least on lower enemies than yourself. And we are now level 9. By the way, when playing in 2 players, both characters are actually on the world together, and yes, one can run into an enemy while the other one just sits there and minds their own business. I believe that the point that you're put back to when you resume the game is wherever the person who entered battle was. And that can be kind of annoying as well. Going back, I'm finding there's a lot annoying about this, and there's another double enemy on the same spot. At least this isn't as archaic as Dragon Quest, where you have to actually select from the menu to go up and down stairs, so there is a little bit of mercy there. Are we going to get into town this time without being attacked? We'll drop a save state anyways. A little bit of a shame, but I don't believe any of the townspeople say anything different, even though we have just rescued their people, apparently. Many girls want to go out with me. Yep, still saying the same things. But we do get a nice rest at the end. Again, I'm not sure how he's making money since he's letting me stay for free, or maybe that's a luxury because we're already the heroes of Chinaland. After all, this is not their first rodeo. The aura balls are basically like Dragon Balls in a way. I believe there are 7 of them total. And in the first game, there were these 7 rainbow bells, or prism bells. And we've already got different things going on here with the translation, calling it first an aura ball, and then saying miracle ball. Ball, ball, ball. And I realized that I missed an opportunity for a great joke in the first episode, because the guy in back of the palace, his name is really No True Dumbass. He is kind of a dumbass, and I don't believe we're getting his help very much, but let's go talk to Emperor Qin's Qin after we check out our status here. Not anything to boast about, our attack is only 2, our defense is 25, whatever that means, energy, whatever that means, 3. Money's not looking too shabby, and 42 hit points, 30 NP. I'd say we're doing alright. You did it! Thank you, but... What is the matter, Your Highness? I heard that their ringleader is hiding somewhere near Edo City on an island called Tamari in the south. Don't worry, we'll get him. Yaha! Leave it to us. Hiya! I can do that too! Take this dragon blade. It is a great item. Aren't swords usually weapons? Thanks, Prince Bonbon. Wait for good news, Your Highness. careful! Also, I love that the storyline continues to say we and use plurals with Jack and Ryu, even though I'm only Jack. I guess Ryu stayed at home. Oops! Did I fail to foresee your visit? I must rest for a while. Too much work will burn you down. Take a rest, too. We already did at the inn, which was free, for some reason. Again, the economics of Chinaland. I'm not one to judge. There's actually several of these games for the Game Boy, the Nintendo Entertainment System, and the Super Nintendo, but only 2 of them actually came over here. I actually got the 3rd used at a Kmart back in the day, of all things, if I recall correctly, and a friend of mine managed to get a hold of a copy of the same game independent of me. This was weird, and we were able to play it through the link cable, to a point. You can't take it anymore! I love that message when you can't hold any more items. We also have 1,111 sen to our name, so I just like that that's all the same number. No real reason to mention it. It's not like Lucky Sevens or anything in Final Fantasy. And from this point on, we're going to be kind of wandering aimlessly. Those little forests really do look like something that a chocobo would be hiding in, and if this was a Final Fantasy game, I would be thanking RNGesus that there was a chocobo forest nearby, because these battles are getting ridiculous. I mean, they're not throwing anything hard at me, but they're still there. It turns out that my wanderings are going to be fortuitous, but they're not going to be very productive. I think we're supposed to go through this cave at some point, but I'm not sure when, and I decided to skip out on it for now. I did check out to see what kind of enemies are in the neighborhood, and they seem to be our usual fare. Kind of. They're only level 2 and 4 respectively, though, I think, so not too much of a problem. This fight goes much better because I didn't have to kill, say, 4 of the Symbol Gong dudes, just these little kappas that keep getting in our way. Hey, I even managed to score a hit on it. Victory music never sounded so sweet. Back into the overworld, let's see where this takes us. Into another battle. As a random note, I believe that the way that the battles are put into our faces here is using the Mode 7 chip, which was unique to the Super Nintendo, and utilized to great effect in other games that are probably better than this. There's a reason the word Final Fantasy comes up a lot. They used Mode 7 for their airship travel, and I believe we'll be seeing Mode 7 once we do get some air travel of our own. At this point, I'd say it can't happen soon enough, but we're only at the beginning of the game. If this is like I think, and there's at least 6 or 7 of those Aura Balls to collect, we'll be here a little while at least. Future adventures, however, will have me using the speed-up method of fast travel for your convenience more than mine. Ah, we can finally equip a sword. It looks kind of like a lightsaber, which is really cool, although I didn't really expect much out of these monsters. Enemies. The little skull takes away from your little M marks, and as I said before, I believe you can have a maximum of 15. It's not hard to accumulate, though. And you can still get money, which is why I continue to pound those blocks even after I've gotten my maximum M marks. But my god, my kingdom for a chocobo. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect with this little cave here, but this game is kind of random in the same way that the original Legend of Zelda was random. Sometimes people are in caves. and in this case, a princess. Drop in another save state just to make sure I don't lose any progress. Do you really blame me at this point? Welcome to my Duncan house. Luck is what you need. Try your luck. She also didn't charge me any money, so there's not really anything at stake here. Anybody who knows the game of rock, paper, scissors is going to know what's going on here. But assuming that you have been under that rock for a long time, scissors beat paper, paper beats rock, rock beats scissors. That's really all there is to it. It only took me a couple of tries to beat her, however, and the reward here is actually kind of nice. What happened to your luck? I'm actually kind of impressed that we got a lot of ties in our little rounds, but I suppose if they actually allowed you to just flat out choose rock, paper, scissors, this would be a little bit easier fare. And lots of luck, don't you? I don't know about that. I'm still playing this game. My goodness, how lucky you are. Alright, you won the Vitalizer. Which sounds like it would be an item or some sort of pill, but it's not. It's not a treasure either, but we can see our aura balls. It's not equipment. So what is it? Magic. It is apparently a hit point restorative, and again, we earned hit points. We only have 20 NP, so it takes 10 NP to use, but that's a pretty good item to get, or spell rather. And I think that'll be all for today, so thank you for joining me once again, Internet. Hope to see you in the next episode. Little Ninja Brothers, or Super Ninja Boy, for the Super NES. Bye!